Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast Special Edition Series, where I predict how every men's college basketball tournament will play out as I go round by round and pick winners based on my projections. Next up is the Big East. And before I do my predictions for the tournament, I'm going to look back at the preseason predictions I made and compare them to how the standings actually played out. In first place, I had Villanova. They came in second. Second, I had Seton Hall. They came in third. Third, I had Xavier, who came in seventh. Fourth, I had Marquette, who came in sixth. Fifth, I had Creighton, who came in first. Sixth, I had Georgetown, who came in eighth. Seventh, I had Providence, who came in fourth. Eighth, I had Butler, who came in fifth. Ninth, I had DePaul, who came in 10th. And in the cellar, I had St. John's, who came in ninth. And now I'm going to do my predictions for the Big East tournament, which will be held at Madison Square Garden in Manhattan, New York. All right, first round. 9-seeded St. John's versus 8-seeded Georgetown, 7 o'clock, Fox Sports 1 tonight. St. John's, 16-15 on the year, 5-13 in conference play. Georgetown, 15-16 on the year, 5-13 in conference play. The pick is St. John's, and I have them projected as a 3.5-point favorites. They get a couple extra points for being at Madison Square Garden. And 10-seeded DePaul versus 7-seeded Xavier, 9:30 Fox Sports 1 tonight. DePaul 15-16 on the year, 3-15 in conference play. Xavier 19-12 in the year, 8-10 in conference play. The pick is Xavier, and I have them projected as a 7-point favorite. Quarterfinals, Thursday, March 12th. 9-seeded St. John's versus 1-seeded Creighton, 12 o'clock Fox Sports 1. Creighton 24-7 on the year, 13-5 in conference play. Home court advantage is in favor of the Red Storm here, and with the unfortunate injury to Marcus Zegarowski, this may be a closer game than expected, although I still expect the Blue Jays to win here. So the pick is Creighton. I have them projected as an 8-point favorite. 5-seeded Butler versus 4-seeded Providence, 2:30 Fox Sports 1. Tomorrow, March 12th, Butler 22-9 on the year, 10-8 in conference play. Providence 19-12 on the year, 12-6 in conference play. This was a solid game, and both teams should be safely in the field, but I expect Alpha Diallo to lead the Friars to the next round. So the pick is Providence, and I have them projected as a half-point favorite. 7-seeded Xavier versus 2-seeded Villanova, 7 o'clock Fox Sports 1 on Thursday, March 12th. Villanova 24-7 on the year, 13-5 in conference play. The Musketeers are a very Jekyll and Hyde team, but I do not see them upsetting the Wildcats. So the pick is Villanova, and I have Nova as a 7.5-point favorite. 6-seeded Marquette versus 3-seeded Seton Hall, 9:30 Fox Sports 1. Marquette 18-12 in the year, 8-12 in conference play. Seton Hall 21-9 in the year, 13-5 in conference play. We have a talent galore here with Marcus Howard of the Eagles and Miles Powell and Sandro Babimshvili of the Pirates. The duo of the Hall will prevail to the next round. So the pick is Seton Hall, and I have them projected as a 6.5-point favorite over Marquette. Semifinals. Friday, March 13th, 6:30 Fox Sports 1, 4-seeded Providence versus 1-seeded Creighton. This should be a good game here. I think it's possible that the Friars can pull off the upset here, but I think the Friars get by in a close one, sans Zegarowski. So the pick is Creighton. I have them favored by 2.5. 3-seeded Seton Hall versus 2-seeded Villanova, 9 o'clock on Fox Sports 1 on Friday, March 13th. These two teams played an absolute classic last week down in Newark, and I think we can have another one in store. I do think that the Wildcats are the better team here, led by Colin Gillespie and Sadiq Bey. So the pick is Villanova, and I have them projected as a 1.5-point favorite. Championship, Saturday, March 14th, 6:30 on Fox. 2-seeded Villanova versus 1-seeded Creighton. This will be a great championship game between these two clubs. Here is where I feel the loss of Zegarowski will come into play as the Wildcats take home the auto bid as they end up with a pretty good seed. And Creighton will too, because I think they may give them a pass here because they didn't have Zegarowski or don't have Zegarowski. So the pick is Villanova to get the auto bid, and I have them as a 1-point favorite. Next up, the Big 12.